Hey everybody! So I'm just going to jump right in. Nice to see you. Glad that you're here. We've been working, as you know, off of the book Bipolar Not So Much. It's Understanding Your Mood Swings and Depression by Dr. Chris Aiken and Dr. James Phelps. So if you turn to page 78, I know that in the comments I have put links of where to buy this book so you can follow along with me. On page 78, the ideas in this section were discovered through careful scientific research and have all been tested in the real world of practice. Well, that's how we arrived at them. As we were writing this book, though, we learned that patients had already figured out most of these things on their own. A survey of the Google company 23andMe asked people with bipolar depression which treatments they found most helpful. Surprisingly, nearly all the, quote, treatments at the top of their list were lifestyle changes. So I'll say that again. Nearly all the treatments at the top of their list were lifestyle changes. So to me, lifestyle changes is eating properly. For some of us, we need to eat less. We need to be mindful of if we're eating emotionally. We need to pay attention. Is our medication making us hungry? Getting enough sleep, having a routine. These are examples. And of course, the big E word that most people dread, even without bipolar, is exercise. Those are just some lifestyle changes that I have put into my life over the years. And the lifestyle changes, not medications. These were in order: regimented sleep, reducing alcohol, exercise, sunlight, yoga, psychotherapy, mindfulness meditation, small frequent snacks, self-tracking, journaling, reducing caffeine. Noticeably absent from the list were the following: television in the bathroom, fast food, irregular sleep, lack of daily rituals and meaningful activity, bright lights, big city, a desk job in a window-less cubicle, social isolation, long commutes to work, family conflict, increasing caffeine, international flights. That second list could be our top mood destabilizers in no particular order. Unlike the first list, most of these destabilizers are inventions of modern life, which may explain why problems like bipolar are more common in modern industrialized countries. That theme crops up as we review the lifestyle changes that help bipolar. Many of them take us back to a simpler, more natural way of life. So basically, there's that old saying that common sense is not so common. Someone who isn't bipolar, in my opinion, who's not getting enough sleep, is not eating properly, who's overworking themselves, aren't connected in community or having healthy relationships, they're not going to have mental wellness. Someone with bipolar, I will straight up tell you that I have finally got it through my thick skull that I can't pretend that I don't have bipolar. I can't pretend that overdoing it and not taking care of myself and not nurturing my whole body, soul, and spirit. I can't pretend that if I don't take care of myself, that I'm going to probably end up in having an episode or a breakdown or even hospitalization if it goes on long enough. I don't mind sharing that my family is very mindful of what I'm doing, because when you're bipolar, it's easy to just default into what you are used to doing or did before. So if I am working too many hours, for me personally, I am fortunate. I can get a lot of work done in a small period of time. And so we work on a work schedule for me that doesn't overextend me. Because if I get overextended, then I become unstable. If you're dealing with the depression side, which, I go through times of that, I'm a rapid cycler. And so I can go from totally fine, what a great day, to the next day being very negative and argumentative, and I start to not have hope in the way that I view things. Those are signs that I need to look at. Did I not get enough sleep this week? How am I managing my symptoms? If I overextend myself, then I'm way more vulnerable to becoming symptomatic. So I'll say that again. If you do not monitor where you're at when you're with your bipolar, because it's a spectrum and it changes, then you can become symptomatic. If you're on the side of the depression side, then you may need help from a friend, a counselor, your doctor, for goals of how to get from feeling so low while you're feeling low. You don't want to sleep for weeks at a time. You need to talk about your medications, and again, get a mood chart. And especially if you are stuck in the depressed side, get a mood chart and chart it, because if it's consistent, then your doctor and you can figure out that maybe it's time to try a new medication that will bring you up and make your chemicals in your brain balanced so you feel happier and more positive. And then you can be realistic about setting goals. If you're sick, like if I have the flu, I'm not about to go vacuum my house. I look at bipolar the same way. If I'm manic, hypomanic, or depressed, and that's an ongoing thing, I have to get that sorted out, so then I can go do the things that I want to achieve as I'm progressively getting better or feeling better. So that's the video for today. I just wanted to share with you a personal testimony is I have shared that I'm on Seroquel. I was losing my entire mornings, and I just had an appointment with my psychiatrist, and he said to try taking my medicine at 5 o'clock at night. It's a give and take sometimes with medicine, and so I have to give up my evenings because I go to bed fairly early. But now I'm having full days starting at 6 a.m. right until 8 o'clock, which allows me to work my business. And I really have some really big goals for 2020 for my business. So that's just an example. We are interacting with the people that we work with, our pharmacists, our doctors, our counselors. It's a partnership. Gone are the days where they know everything and we don't have a say. They want to help us, but we need to first collaborate with them. So journal, make notes, be vocal, be an advocate for yourself, and you will see improvement in your life. So I'm Stephanie Brown, and you have a productive rest of the day, or if it's your day to rest. I hope you really enjoy it, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.